Right, Mick, is there any supplements you use, either in the drinking water, on the feed?
Yes, well, I'll explain what I do through the week during racing season, if that's what you'd like me to.
Typical racing week?
Yeah.
Right.
Typical racing week, starting on the return from the race on a Saturday.
Yeah.
When the pigeons return from the race on the Saturday, all my widowed pigeon cocks, I only race widowed cocks, all my widowed cocks, the drink for that day, they all drink in the box. They don't use the communal drinker.
So the drink is in galley pots?
In galley pots in the box.
Yeah.
That way I can see and make sure the pigeon's okay and everything's right. In the first drink, they'll have water, to which I add a bit of glucose and honey. The feed is a depurative feed, to which I add lemon juice. I squeeze a fresh lemon,
Right.
and I squeeze a fresh lemon, pour the lemon juice into a jug, and I add brewer's yeast. The brewer's yeast I use, I get it from the same company who will make my own feed. It's just simple for me, but there's brewer's yeast knocking about anywhere, as you know. Put the brewer's yeast on the corn, but I don't add the lemon juice to the corn and then put the brewer's yeast on. What I do it a little bit different. I put the lemon juice, squeeze the fresh lemon juice, put it into a plastic jug, then I add the brewer's yeast to the lemon juice and mix it up so it's like a sloppy type gravy.
Yeah.
Then I add the mixture to the corn, stir it all around, it'll go all nice and sloppy, and leave it for an hour or so, and it'll soon dries, and then you can break it all up, and that's given to the pigeons on the depurative feed. And the water is in the galley pots with either glucose or honey or both, whichever you feel, but I usually add glucose on a Saturday in the return from the race.
Is that the only day you use this?
It's the only day I use this. It's the first day they come back.
Right, so it's brewer's yeast on the corn, and lemon juice on a Saturday.
Yes. On the Saturday, on the Saturday night, I do come into the shed once all the hens are taken away. I might have been to take my clock in about 8 o'clock at night. I go in the house with a bucket. I fill it with hot water, as hot as my hands will stand, and I add to that the Romford bath salts.
Right.
I add the Romford bath salts to it, and I come down to the sheds, and each pigeon I take off the perch and I hold it under the water and rub its muscles and clean its feet, and they're all a nice relaxing hot bath. Put them back under the perch, and I do this with every pigeon through the shed. And at this time I put a little eye drop. You can buy eye drops from almost anywhere now, just to disinfect it in case they've been pecked in a basket.
Yeah.
So I bath the pigeons in the Romford bath salts, eye drop in each eye, and back onto the perch, and rest and leave them to rest. You'll find within about half an hour of doing this, they'll all be start resting and sleeping in the shed. And it's a very important thing with pigeons. The most important thing when they return from a race, in my opinion, is the recuperation of the muscles.
Yeah.
And the resting period. For this reason, I do this for the pigeons, and the pigeons stay in the shed all day Sunday. They never go out until the first time they go out is on the Monday.
Right. Is there anything special you give them on the corn or whatever on a Sunday?
On a Sunday, it's just a basic. I don't do very much on the Sunday. I gave them in the water. I use a tea, a pigeon tea, but it's.
Have you got that tea that you could probably show us, mate?
Absolutely. I put it in this tin. It's obviously not Bassett's all sorts. It's a proper tea.
Right.
It's what they call a competition tea. It's all herb. It's a very herbal tea. As you can see, you can smell that, Rob. It's very very.
Yeah, very
nice.
aromatic.
This is the tea we use. It's not the same as some of the depurative teas you buy from the commercial companies you see over here. It's very herbal, a lot of lavender in it, and it's for the muscles. It's not for just making the pigeons, for the blood. It's for the muscles of the pigeons. It helps expand the muscles of the pigeons, and it helps getting the skin right. Yeah. And the pigeons really do well on it. So that, and to this I add honey.
Honey again.
One teaspoon to 1 litre of honey.
Right.
To the tea. And we go on to the Monday. The first day the pigeons are allowed to fly. They go out in the morning of the Monday, and when they return on the Monday morning from the first flight, they're fed with the Van Roby's turbohydrate in the morning feed. The evening feed on the Monday is 50% turbohydrate, 50% the widowed mix, which we spoke about. Onto that feed, I use the fine oils, which is a product made from Comed. I'll show you. And this fine oils goes onto the feed on the Monday, along with the Perform, a product called Perform. It's new to this country, Perform, but I'm sure that a lot of people will soon hear about it. It's a herbal thing, again. Right. it's crushed, basically very much crushed herbs and different things, and it really helps. It's for the breathing of the pigeon. It helps to clear all its breathing, and it helps the feather condition and everything in the pigeon. It really is a good product. I advise anybody to use it. You can smell it. You can really smell the.
You smell, yeah.
It really is good for the pigeon. It helps
That's
clear
right.
the
You can smell like for the respiratory tract.
That's right.
Eucalyptus oils. It smells something like that.
Yes, that's right. And one thing I forgot to say, what I do with this, a week before, 2 weeks before the first race, for a full week, I use the fine oils and this for a full week. I give the pigeons for a full week fine oils and this on the corn.
Right.
2 weeks before the first race.
And does that carry on up to the first race?
That carries on for a week previous to the first race. Then the week leading up to the first race, they go onto the system.
Right.
I forgot to tell you, when they first separate the pigeons on the widowed system, when they've had the youngsters, the pigeons are fed a purity feed for 3 weeks, for full 3 weeks, after they've had the youngsters away for the first time of mating.
Yeah.
You'll find after about 3 weeks' time, you pick those pigeons up and you fed them on a full purity. They're absolutely immaculate. It really does. The pigeons really do come well. For the first 4 days after the youngsters, they're given the breeding mix to build the bodies back.
Right.
Then they go into the purity for 3 weeks after. That's just something I forgot to mention.
Right.
So that's on a Monday. Thank you. On a Tuesday, it's again, they go out for they have the evening fly on the Monday night. On a Tuesday, they have the morning fly. They come in, and they have the turbo hydrate in the morning. In the evening, the feed is again 50% widowwood, 50% turbo hydrate.
Yeah.
There's nothing on the feed. In the drinker, it's again the tea with the honey. Again, use the same tea with the honey on a Tuesday. On Wednesday morning, the pigeons will go for the morning fly. Come back in again, the turbo hydrate. On Wednesday evening, they go out for the morning fly. They come back in, and they get what a product are called Zell Oxygen. Onto this. This is a yeast type product. It has a bit of alcohol in it, and it's a yeast product and vitamins and stuff in it.
Yeah.
And I use the Zell Oxygen, and onto the Zell Oxygen, I had a product called Tempo 60, made by Comed.
Right.
This is a multivitamin with every elements and amino acids and all kinds of things in it. It really is a quite nice product. You smell it. It's quite nice.
Yeah.
I put the Zell Oxygen onto the corn, mix it all round, then I had the Tempo 60. That's on a Wednesday evening. In the water I had a multivitamin. There's a number of multivitamins around today. They're all as good as one another, I think. This is a multivitamin also.
Yeah.
In the water I put a multivitamin as well. The reason I like to put this vitamin onto the corn is I find that you'll find that when you do use multivitamins or any product with your pigeons, you'll put, say you've got a 2 litre drinker, you'll fill 2 litres of drinker and add your vitamins.
Right.
The next day when you come to empty it, there's still 1 3/4 litres left.
That you're throwing away.
But if you put it on the corn, like with this, you find, you know that the pigeons, they've had it, they've eaten it.
That's right. Yeah.
So that they've taken in what you want them to take in. They're not leaving. You're not going through that stage where you don't know if the pigeon's even drunk out of the drinker. I guarantee that the pigeons had what you want it to have.
Yeah.
And that's Wednesday evening. Wednesday evening, when they go out for the fly, if the weather's not, if it's good, obviously if the weather's not nice, I won't. But if the weather's nice, Wednesday evening, Wednesday tea time about say 3 o'clock, I may put the pigeons in a basket and take them 30 miles up the road.
Right.
They'll come back into the shed, and then they give them the feed. After they've had the evening feed on a Wednesday, I come in with hemp, and I use a teaspoon of hemp for each pigeon and a few peanuts.
Yeah.
And that's Wednesday. Thank you. Thursday morning again, as normal, the pigeons go out, come back, turbohydrate in the morning, come to the evening feed. If I haven't trained on the Wednesday, I may take them on the Thursday in the evening.
Yeah.
In the water, it's usually clean water. Sometimes add a little cytochrome B12, which is an old remedy of everybody. Not always, but if I feel like using it, it depends.